We need to talk about that interview that happened yesterday. I want to get into it and explain, and all of that will be in my new podcast episode that is actually coming out, another one today. There was a podcast episode yesterday that I released in relation to, the J-Lib interview. Look at me saying J-Lib now. Before I was never really on just saying J-Lib, but now I just like, I think I'm there. J-Lib, I'm here for it. And I wanted to do like kind of like a BTS situation behind the scenes of how the interview took place. What happened, the exchanges of messages between me and them, and Justine was telling me more about her mom and so forth, like a lot more details. So it was really just fun, and just how everything came about, how I felt about it, and more information, just more J-Lib content for you guys, kind of like exclusive stuff. And I'm putting that in my new podcast episode that is actually out as you're watching this. So links are in the bio below. Episode 50 is the interview, and episode 51 is some more exclusive information in relation to J-Lib content and some behind the scenes content as well. Just a little bit more, and I wanted to give that to you guys specifically on the podcast. The details are below. Hashtag I'm over it on Apple, the Acast app, Spotify. Get into it, guys. Get into it. Now, I feel like the interview went pretty well, and a lot of you guys also thought the same thing, and I'm very, just grateful and I'm very extremely appreciative that you guys, enjoyed that interview. Of course, I had a lot more questions on mine, but there were time restrictions. There were time restrictions, and as well, Caleb had to get a flight. So I wanted to do a quick 25 situation, and they had the time to do so for me, which I was like, I'm so grateful. And they did it at 8 a.m. in the morning. Like when I wake up, I was saying it to them, when I wake up, ain't nobody got time to interview my ass in the morning. I'm tired. I'm not a morning person. Catch me 2-3 hours after that now, please, because I'm not going to be entertaining no morning. Like, I'm just tired during the morning. So again, very appreciative that they woke up and they took the time to, let's do this for him, and they wanted to do it as well. Now, a lot of people, I know that, I should have not only announced the timing of the interview in the UK, but also EST and all this. But these time zone names, I'm tired, guys. EST, EDT, WX, Y, and Z, P, U, and Q. I'm over it. I'm done with these time differences. I just said the city and the time that I'm from, and you lot can convert it on Google, because I'm over it. I'm tired of these time zone names. It's just, when will time rest? I don't understand. But I wanted to get into the whole situation when it comes to a lot of people asking why I didn't ask them questions about Rachel, about Trey, about Jeremiah, I believe his name is, or any of these islanders that are just always talking. Why I didn't ask these people. Listen, if I'm interviewing Justine and Caleb, that is my time with them. Hell, no way in hell am I going to waste my time, let alone theirs, but waste my time we're talking about them when this is my time with them. That's taking away time from me, number one. That's taking away time from them, number two. Number three, that's exactly what they would have wanted. That's exactly what they would have wanted. This is why they talk about specific people, so that it comes up in interviews and it takes over their time, and therefore it maintains their relevant stuff. This is what they want. No reaction is a reaction. I've said this so many times. No reaction is a reaction. You don't need to give it. And I said I wasn't going to give it. And that's number fifth. The fifth point is, when I'm interviewing people, look at me saying when I'm interviewing people like I'm interviewing someone every day. But when I'm interviewing certain people, you have to make them feel comfortable. You have to make them feel relaxed. You have to make them feel like they're at ease, because the more comfortable somebody is, the more, stuff that you can talk about. And it really, to me, as I watch my interview, it just comes across as if friends, just chilling and talking and relaxing. And it's no different to when you have guests over in your house. Justine and Kayla were my guests for those 20-25 minutes. They were my guests. And when I have guests over at my house, I treat them right. I feed them well. I make them a shisha, drinks, order pizza, whatever. When you have guests over, you have to make them feel comfortable. And that is no different to when you are interviewing people. You have to make them feel comfortable. That is what you call home training, right there, where you have to make people feel at ease and comfortable. I can't do an interview with people and just ask something that they probably wouldn't want to ask, or something, I don't know. Like, that's just not my take. But I saw just a few of you saying, is he going to ask this? Is he going to ask that? What's going on? Yes, I made videos about it. And yes, it's okay for me to address it in a video. But when I'm specifically having interview time with people who are on a schedule, We're all on a schedule, yes, especially me, but on a schedule, I don't want to take away my time with that. I want to make them feel comfortable. This is interview number, the 6th point, was solely on the greatness of them as a couple, how they are, how they're mentally doing and everything. That's what I wanted to touch on. So I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad that it was just based on them. This is an interview just between these two. Nobody else needs to be taken and stealing their time for relevance, man. We don't need any of this bitterness and negativity to be poured into it. This is just nothing but relaxed and positive, and I'm so glad and thankful that you guys love this. And please go to my podcast. That is a new episode, our episode 51. The interview I dropped last night, but we also have a new episode. It's just a little bit more exclusive JLib content for you guys, and how the interview came about, the messages that we exchanged as well, and stuff that Justine told me about in reference to her mom and how much she stands and everything. It's just so amazing that her mother watches. Like, nobody can come chat to me about how the channel is this or that. I have people's parents who are stands. Like, that in itself is greatness from a whole nother level. So please go check that episode out. It's in the links below. Apple, Spotify, the Acast app, episode 51. It's an exclusive BTS and more content for JLib stands and for all of you guys to listen to. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this. Subscribe to the channel, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.